This is Tim Eicher. In this video, I'll be giving you an overview of how to get started with Barkeep Online. The topics that I'll cover are how to set up your categories, items, and locations, creating a Barkeep Online account, how to register your iOS devices with your Barkeep Online account, and creating inventories. The first thing I'm going to talk about is when to use Barkeep App and when to use Barkeep Online. Barkeep App is the best way to initially set up your items, categories, and locations. When you first install Barkeep App on your device, it'll come pre-installed with a bunch of standard items, default categories, and default locations. When you first create a Barkeep Online account, it comes with nothing in it. There are no default items, no categories, no locations, etc. So it's definitely better to start out with Barkeep App, get all of your items, categories, and locations all set up in Barkeep App, and then register your device with Barkeep Online so that you can take advantage of the default data that was pre-installed with Barkeep App. Also, Barkeep App has been optimized for taking inventory. It's a lot faster to take inventory with Barkeep App than it is to create an inventory in Barkeep Online. Anytime that you want to create an inventory, we recommend doing that in Barkeep App and having the data synced to Barkeep Online rather than logging into Barkeep Online and creating an inventory there. The types of things that you want to do in Barkeep Online are anything related to sales. Sales data is not stored in Barkeep App, it's only available in Barkeep Online. So anything that you want to do that's related to sales, like creating sales items, creating recipes, and uploading sales data should be done in Barkeep Online. Forecast reports are only available in Barkeep Online. You can't run forecast reports in Barkeep App. So running forecast reports and analyzing your forecast should be done in Barkeep Online. And finally, generating order reports. Orders are only supported in Barkeep Online. So setting par levels, setting up suppliers, and generating orders based on your current inventory levels should all be done in Barkeep Online. Okay, you've got Barkeep App, you've set up your categories, locations, and items, and now you want to get started with Barkeep Online. The first thing that you need to do is to register for a Barkeep Online account. Let me show you how to do that. To register for a Barkeep Online account, go to www.barkeepapp.com and then press the sign in button. This will take you to the logon screen and you can choose New User. Now you'll enter your new account information. So enter a business name, like I'll just enter my bar. Choose a username. Enter a password, and then you'll re-enter your password to make sure that you typed it correctly. Enter your email address. Now if you have a promo code with to get a discount, you enter it here and then press apply. Then you choose your subscription option, whether you want to sign up for a one-year membership for $250 or a monthly membership for $25 a month. And finally, you have to accept the Barkeep Online Terms of Service, so you have to check this box in order to register. And then click Checkout with PayPal. Now, all of our credit card processing and payments are done through PayPal. PayPal is currently our only way to process payments. You don't need to have a PayPal account. You can use PayPal to process a credit card payment using a guest account, but we're only able to accept credit cards through PayPal. We don't have any alternative payment methods. So now you enter your PayPal information or your credit card information, and once that all gets processed, your account will automatically be set up for you. Okay, once you've created your Barkeep Online account, you need to register your Barkeep devices with your Barkeep Online account. The first thing you need to do is to choose one of your devices as your primary device. Your primary device is the one that has all the data you want to use to initialize your Barkeep Online account. It has all of your items, categories, locations, etc. All of the info from your primary device will be used to initialize your Barkeep Online account. So you choose your primary device and then you register that device with your Barkeep Online account and choose the option Copy Data to Server. This is very important. You have to choose the option Copy Data to Server for your primary device. When you choose Copy Data to Server, all of the data in your Barkeep Online account will be deleted and is replaced with the data from this device. Since your Barkeep Online account doesn't have any data yet, this simply means that your Barkeep Online account will be initialized with the data from this device. Once the registration is complete, your Barkeep Online account will contain all of the data from this primary device. The next step is to register your secondary devices. You can register as many devices as you'd like with Barkeep Online, and Barkeep Online will automatically keep all of these devices in sync for you. However, when you register your secondary devices, you have to be very careful to choose the option Copy Data from Server. When you choose Copy Data from Server, all of the data on your device will be deleted and replaced with the data from your Barkeep Online account. Since your Barkeep Online account has already been initialized with the data that you want to use, you should use Copy Data from Server when registering your secondary devices. So to recap, first you register your primary device and choose Copy Data to Server, and then you register your secondary devices and choose Copy Data from Server. Now let me show you how that works. To register a device with Barkeep Online, first make sure that your device has plenty of battery power or that it's plugged in. And we also recommend making sure that you have a solid Wi-Fi connection whenever registering your devices. You shouldn't register a device using the cellular data network if you can avoid it. It's better to use a Wi-Fi network. Now, launch Barkeep App on your device. Choose Settings, Barkeep Online. Enter your username and your password. And then press Register Device. My device has been successfully registered, so press OK. And now I want to choose Copy Data to Server. This device is my primary device, so this is the device that has all the data that I want to use to initialize my Barkeep Online account. This means that I choose the Copy Data to Server option. Now it gives you an warning message here. It says copy data to Barkeep Online. The data in your Barkeep Online account will be deleted and replaced with the data from this device. Continue. Now always read this message and make sure you understand it and make sure that you're copying data in the right direction. So this is what I want to do, so I will press OK, and now we wait while it synchronizes the data. So it's syncing locations, it copies all of my items, the barcodes, categories, etc. That's all done. And now I can press Save, and now my device is registered with my Barkeep Online account. Let me go back into the Barkeep Online settings and show you a couple other things. There are two options here, Sync Automatically and Auto Delete Inventories. We recommend turning both of these on. Sync Automatically, if Sync Automatically is turned on, then Barkeep App will automatically sync your data with Barkeep Online account every couple of minutes while Barkeep App is active on your device. If you don't want to turn Sync Automatically on, then you can instead sync only when you want to by coming to the Barkeep Online settings screen and pressing the Sync Now button. So that's a way for you to manually sync whenever you want, but we recommend turning Sync Automatically on. If Auto Delete Inventories is turned on, then Barkeep App will automatically delete all old inventories from your device to prevent you from storing too much information on your device. Since your data is permanently stored in your Barkeep Online account, it's safe to turn on Auto Delete Inventories so that all of your inventories will be in your Barkeep Online account, even your old ones, and then just the most recent ones will be on your device. So you can turn both of those on, press Save, and now I'm all registered with my Barkeep Online account, and so from now on this device and my Barkeep Online account will automatically be kept in sync. Now that we have our devices registered with our Barkeep Online account and our categories, items, and locations have been synced to Barkeep Online, I want to show you how you can use Barkeep Online to make changes to your settings like categories, locations, etc. Now I know that I said that it's better to set up your items and locations and stuff in Barkeep App, and that's because Barkeep App gives you a nice set of default items. But once you have those default items synced to your Barkeep Online account, feel free to use Barkeep Online to make changes to your categories and items and locations. Okay, we're logged into our Barkeep Online account. Now let's take a look at our items. I'll click on Items in the menu. These are all of the items that were defined in Barkeep app and synced to our Barkeep Online account. One of the first things that I want to show you is how to search. You can scroll down through your list of items to find the item that you're looking for, but there's a built-in search feature that makes this a lot easier. Let's say that I want to find all of my Jim Beam products. I can type Jim into the item name field and press search. This will display all of the items that have Jim in the name. You can also search for items by category. Say I want to find all of my premium draft beers. I'll select the category Premium Draft Beer and press Search. This brings up a list of all the premium draft beers that we carry. You can also search for multiple categories at the same time. I'm going to search for all the premium bottled beer, premium draft beer, premium liquor, and premium wine. Everything premium. Now I press Search and we see all of the items in any of these selected categories. There's also an advanced search feature. Advanced search is a way of performing more complex searches. You can add more fields to the search list. For example, let's add case size. I can search for anything in one of these 4 categories that also has a case size greater than 12. Now I press search and it comes back with a list of mostly premium bottled beers with a case size of 24. Now let's reset the search and go back to the full item list. I definitely recommend that you try out the search feature. If you're trying to make changes to a particular item, it's a lot faster and easier to search for the item by name rather than scrolling through the long list of items to find the specific item that you're looking for. You can make changes to items from this list by selecting the item row. That row will then become active and you can make changes. So I can change this from a 12-ounce beer to a 24-ounce beer. I can also change the price. So let's say that the price of this product went from $21 to $22.50, and now I save those changes. Now I've changed the size of my Bud Light bottles and the price of my Boodles gin. In addition to making changes directly in this list, you can make changes to one item at a time in the item detail page. To view the details of a single item, press the edit or pencil icon next to an item. I can make changes here in this detail screen as well. I can change the default case size for Bombay Sapphire from 12 to 6. You can also scroll through items here. If you press next, it will take you to the next item in the list. You can go all the way to the end by pressing last, or to the beginning by pressing first. You can also add or delete items here. I prefer to make changes in this detailed screen one item at a time because that feels a little bit faster to me. But you can make changes to your items in either the full item list or in the detail item screen, whichever you prefer. You can add items here by pressing the Add button. You can enter a name, select a category, set the bottle size, and then enter all of the item details. Press Done when you're finished, and you have a new item in your item list. Now that's actually not the best way to add items to your item list, because if you want to use either the camera-based scanning using Red Laser or the Linea Pro laser barcode scanner, you would have to either manually enter the barcodes or add the barcodes later, because the barcodes aren't automatically defined when you add items manually. A better way to add items is to use Barkeep App to scan the barcode on a bottle. When you scan a barcode for an item that isn't in your item list, Barkeep App will automatically search Barkeep's online database for items with a matching barcode. That way you get the item and barcode associated with each other automatically. Generally, it's easier to add items by searching, either searching by name or by barcode, in Barkeep App, rather than adding items manually in Barkeep Online. You can also delete items. Let's delete the Herradura item that I created earlier. I'll search for it. This is the one that I created. I'll press the delete or X icon next to the item I want to delete, and now it's gone from the item list. I also want to show you the Usage Details button. If I click on that, it will show us all of the times that this item has been used in any inventories. It shows no data, which means that this item hasn't been used in any inventories yet. Let me reset my search and select a more popular item like Absolute, Absolute is probably used in several inventories, so let's select the Usage Details button for Absolute. You can see that there are several inventories that include Absolute, a full inventory, a receiving inventory, and a second full inventory. So this is a great way to get more information about where your items are used in inventories if you're trying to track down problems. I think that's it for items. Now let's take a look at changing categories and locations. To make changes to your categories, you choose Settings, Categories, and you can see at the top you have your category groups, and underneath that you have a list of the categories that are in the currently selected category group. So you have the bar stock category in the bar stock category group. If I choose beer, then I have the categories bottled beer, draft beer, and ultra draft beer. I can add a category by selecting the category group that I want to add the category into. Pressing add, it creates a new category in the beer category group. So I can do premium draft beer. I can rename a category group. Test. So I can rename category groups and categories. I can delete a category group, a category, and I can also delete category groups. I can add a category group up here by pressing the add button, select it, give it a name. And when I'm done with all my changes, I can hit done and save all of those changes. To modify your locations, you choose Settings, Locations, and it brings up a list of your current list of locations. You can rename them, add new ones. You can delete locations. And when you're done, you can press cancel to cancel your changes or press done to save your changes. The last thing I want to show you is how to create inventories in Barkeep Online. Now I know I said that it's easier to create inventories in Barkeep App, but there are times when it makes sense to create an inventory in Barkeep Online. For example, if I'm sitting in the office at one of the bars and I have a couple of invoices and I want to create receiving inventories for those invoices, if I don't have Barkeep App with me, then I'll just go ahead and log in to Barkeep Online and create the inventories there. Now let me show you how to do that. To create an inventory in Barkeep Online, you press Inventories and then press Add to create a new inventory. I'll select the inventory type, so since this is for an invoice, I'll create a receiving inventory. Now, I like to enter the invoice amount because this is a good way of double checking that I did my data entry correctly. So I'm going to put the invoice amount, the dollar amount from the invoice here, and then enter the invoice number. Under the description, I like to put the supplier name just to help me track things down later on. So I'll put Southern in here. And then under inventory items, I click add to add items to this inventory. And then I just create an entry for each of the items on my invoice. So let's see, I received one case of Absolute Peach. So put one case of 12 Absolute Peach. I also received 3 bottles of Jägermeister. And so I start typing J, choose Jägermeister, 3 bottles, add, and then I got 3 cases of Bud Light. Okay, when I put in 3 cases, you can see right here it put the case size as 24. That's the default case size for Bud Light. And I can change that here. So let's say for some reason I got cases of 48 this time. I could change that to 48. You could also change the price here. So let's say for some reason I got a discount on my Bud Light. This time I got it for 60 cents instead of 75 cents. I can type in 60 cents there. Now that doesn't change the default item price. It only changes the price in this particular receiving inventory. So I've got 3 cases of Bud Light at 60 cents a bottle. I hit done, and this is my receiving inventory. Now I can double check here and I can see that the total cost for this inventory is $370.20, and that matches my invoice amount, so it looks like I did my data entry correctly. And I hit done, and I've created my receiving inventory. So creating invoices or inventories in Barkeep Online is pretty simple. Feel free to create your inventories here if you'd like, but generally speaking, it's faster to do it in Barkeep App, but there's no reason that you can't do it in Barkeep Online. That's it for this getting started video. Check back for future videos that we'll be uploading soon. We'll be uploading videos on how to set up your sales items, your recipes, and upload your sales data, on how to perform pour cost analysis, and how to set up your suppliers, par levels, and generate order reports. As always, if you need any help, you can email us at support@barkeepapp.com. Thank you.